Welcome to Mind Set in Stone podcasts, where we dive deep into the most compelling books on the shelf. Join hosts Dave and Poppy as they uncover the stories, themes, and ideas that shape our understanding and inspire curiosity. Get ready to explore the big ideas that leave a lasting impact. Let's get started.
Welcome to the Mindset in Stone podcast, where we explore powerful ideas and transformative wisdom to help you unlock your full potential.
Great to be here.
Today, we're embarking on a deep dive into Rhonda Byrne's incredibly inspiring book, Hero.
Oh, yeah, that's a powerful one.
It really is our mission to distill its core wisdom, understand its unique perspective, and uncover practical, actionable insights you can apply directly to your own life. This isn't just a book of stories. It feels more like a map, you know?
Exactly. A map to finding the extraordinary within yourself.
And living the life you were always meant to live. So, okay, let's unpack this. What's the fundamental premise of Hero that makes it so compelling?
Well, what's fascinating is how Hero frames life. It sees it as this universal journey that every single one of us is on.
Whether we realize it or not.
Right, whether we realize it or not. And the book proposes that we're all born with a unique purpose and, immense powerful abilities.
Okay.
But somewhere along the way, the noise of the world, maybe everyday life, causes us to forget them or bury them.
Right, forget who we really are.
Exactly. And this book serves as a guide. It helps us remember and then, crucially, activate that inner hero to overcome challenges and achieve our dreams. It features 12 incredibly successful people from really diverse backgrounds.
Yeah, I remember reading about them. Athletes, entrepreneurs.
Artists, philanthropists, you name it. And their stories, they really demonstrate that the power to achieve seemingly impossible dreams, it truly lies within each of us.
Not somewhere out there.
Precisely. So this deep dive, what we want to do is extract practical, actionable insights specifically for your journey, showing you how these universal truths play out in, real lives.
That sounds great. The book kicks off with such a powerful, almost affirming message, doesn't it?
It really does.
That there's something truly special about you, specifically, a unique life you're meant to live. And often, this initial call to adventure, this nudge towards your purpose, it comes from the most unexpected places.
Yeah, often from adversity, actually.
Yeah.
The book suggests these moments of adversity, they aren't really roadblocks. They're more like catalysts. Think about Liz Murray. Her journey, from homelessness in New York City.
Sleeping in stairwells, right?
Yes, sleeping in stairwells, shoplifting food just to survive. And then she graduates from Harvard.
It's just incredible.
Her burning desire, it wasn't born in comfort. It was forged in those incredibly tough circumstances. Or Paulo Freire. He struggled with severe dyslexia and ADHD.
Right, big challenges in a traditional sense.
Huge challenges. But instead of being limited, he dreamed of building a company bigger than IBM. And he created Kinko's from just a simple observation he made standing in line. It's a testament, really, to finding inspiration anywhere and pushing past those perceived limitations.
That's incredible. For many of us, stuck in the everyday grind, how do we actually identify our unique calling? It can feel overwhelming.
That's a crucial question, yeah, with all the responsibilities and distractions.
Exactly. What guidance does the book offer to, cut through that noise?
Well, the book's answer is actually quite beautiful, I think. It suggests your calling is something that moves you like nothing else, a passion that fills you with joy, something that sets your heart on fire when you're doing it. And it's not necessarily about identifying your entire life's mission in one lightning bolt moment.
Right. Doesn't have to be huge.
Not at all. It can be a hobby, a persistent daydream, or even just a sudden quiet realization.
Like the Kinko's example.
Exactly. Or Michael Acton Smith, for instance. He transformed his lifelong love for games into creating Moshi Monsters, which became this global phenomenon. Pete Carroll. After his pro football dreams ended, he reconnected with his childhood love for coaching.
And that became his thing.
That defined his dream career. So the key, the book suggests, is to really listen to those inner pulls. Pay attention.
So it's about paying attention to those sparks, okay? But here's where it gets really interesting for me. The book warns against refusing the call. What are the real stakes? What are the consequences if we choose to ignore that inner pull, that sense of purpose that keeps nudging us?
The book paints a pretty stark picture there. Laird Hamilton, the legendary surfer.
Big wave surfer, yeah.
He puts it really powerfully. He says, the risk of not pursuing your dream is terminal. He means a life without fulfillment, without accomplishment, without contentment, and without joy. Basically, he says it's misery. The book suggests that this illusion of security chasing money or comfort can actually be
A trap. How so?
it keeps us from our true path. Michael Acton Smith, the Moshi Monsters guy, he emphasizes it's worth a bit of, like short-term pain to find something you love.
Even for less money.
Even at a lower salary, he says, for the long-term love and profound satisfaction of your work.
Okay.
So the cost of not answering that call, the book argues, is far greater than any temporary discomfort or, risk.
That's a really powerful reframing of what risk truly means.
Isn't it?
It's not just the risk of failure if you try, but the risk of profound regret if you don't.
Exactly that. Deep regret.
So, okay, how do we actively tap into this? How do we avoid letting someday just slip away?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, refusing the call isn't just about a career choice. It's deeper.
Okay.
It's about denying a fundamental part of who we are. Like Timothy Ferriss says, it's letting someday become a disease that will take your dreams to the grave with you. And the book places a heavy emphasis on personal responsibility here.
Taking ownership.
Total ownership. Michael Acton Smith puts it perfectly. There is no one ultimately responsible for my life but myself. It's about owning your path, your choices.
Okay, so that feels like a good place for a practical takeaway. How do we start?
Right. So, for your first practical takeaway, the book encourages you to reflect on your bliss triggers.
Bliss triggers, like what makes you happy?
Exactly. Ask yourself, what activities make me lose track of time? Or what did I love doing as a child that I've maybe set aside?
The childhood stuff. That's often key, isn't it?
Often crucial. These are clues, forgotten gems maybe, that hold vital energy for you.
Okay, so reflect on bliss triggers, then what?
Then, once you have those clues, the next step is to consciously decide to listen.
Actively listen.
Actively. Take a quiet moment. Acknowledge any unfulfilled dreams or desires you have. Ask yourself, maybe silently, what is my purpose in life? Or what am I meant to do?
Just ask.
Just ask. The book suggests these questions open you up, make you receptive to inspirations that will follow. Laird Hamilton, he actually recommends going somewhere quiet.
Like where?
Like a forest or by the sea. Somewhere you can truly listen to your subconscious, away from all the daily distractions. It's about creating space for that inner voice.
Creating space. I like that. Okay, so we've maybe identified our calling, or at least some clues. We've decided to listen. But then comes that huge hurdle. How does Hero suggest we cultivate that unwavering belief?
Belief is highlighted as maybe the most powerful heroic ability in the book.
More powerful than, say, talent or resources.
The book strongly implies that, yes, think of Lane Beachley, the surfer. She attributes her seemingly impossible victories directly to her belief. It wasn't just physical skill, it was this unshakable inner conviction. Similarly, Anastasia Soar. She built a global eyebrow empire from absolutely nothing.
The Anastasia Beverly Hills founder.
That's her. Arrived in the U.S., no money, didn't speak English. But she believed in herself and her vision completely. That's how she did it.
So the book argues this belief isn't just some mystical thing you either have or don't.
Exactly. That's a critical distinction. It's something we actively cultivate, not something we're just born with or without.
Okay, so if someone listening right now is struggling with self-doubt, that inner critic, how does the book suggest they start to shift that inner monologue?
Well, what's fascinating here is the idea that lack of belief is often something you've kind of thought your way into.
We convince ourselves we can't?
Pretty much. It's not inherent. Our subconscious mind, the book explains, acts like this powerful computer program.
Okay.
It just diligently processes the thoughts we feed it. So if we consistently feed it thoughts of doubt or limitation or I can't.
That's what it runs. That's what it manifests.
That's what it manifests.
Yeah.
So to change this, the book suggests actively thinking opposite thoughts.
Like affirmations.
Kind of, but more like deliberately countering the negative, reminding yourself of your powerful abilities, even if they feel small at first, and taking just one small step at a time. That builds momentum.
One step builds belief for the next step.
Exactly. And there's a really actionable takeaway here, a specific technique.
Okay, let's hear it.
The book offers a technique to reprogram your subconscious.
Reprogram it? Like how?
Before falling asleep. That time when your mind is naturally half awake, sort of drifting.
Yeah, that drowsy state.
Right. Your mind is more receptive then. So, consciously plant the thought that you can do anything, or specifically, that you can achieve your dream.
Plant the thought.
Make it your very last thought before you drift off. The idea is it bypasses the usual firewall of your critical conscious mind
And go straight to the subconscious.
and gets accepted as true by your subconscious. It's like intentionally sowing seeds of possibility deep within yourself while the critical guard is down.
That's really interesting. Planting thoughts before sleep. Okay, let's talk about vision next.
Right. Belief and vision go hand in hand.
It's not enough to just believe. You have to see it somehow, right? Athletes talk about this all the time.
They do, and the book dives deep into it. Think of Michael Phelps. He visualized his races down to the 100th of a second. He felt the water, saw himself touching the wall first, before he ever got in the pool.
He lived it in his mind first.
Totally. Pete Carroll also emphasizes envisioning success. He says, all power comes from the ability to envision what you want to become. He asks, how could you possibly get there unless you can picture it? It's not just a nice idea. The book frames it as a fundamental step in making the impossible real.
That's a powerful point. But what kind of vision are we talking about? Is it about meticulously planning every single step? Or is it something else? Because sometimes trying to map out the how can feel overwhelming.
That's a really important distinction you raise.
Yeah.
And yes, mapping out every how can absolutely stifle the dream.
Right. It feels impossible sometimes.
So the book emphasizes seeing the end result, the outcome you want, and crucially, letting go of precisely how it will happen.
Letting go of the how, that's hard.
It is. It's about trusting the universe, or life, or whatever you call it, to bring the path into view once the destination is crystal clear in your mind.
Okay.
Liz Murray practiced this powerfully when she was determined to get into Harvard.
What did she do?
She actually had the school print out blank transcripts for her. Then she wrote straight A's on them.
Wow. Okay.
And she would look at them while she was studying to feel like they already existed in the future.
So she felt it as real now.
Exactly. She worked from that feeling that it was already accomplished somewhere. And she let that feeling guide her actions rather than getting bogged down in the overwhelming how.
That's a different way to approach it. Focus on the end feeling.
Right. So your next practical takeaway is to create a clear vision. Don't overthink the how. Instead, maybe sketch it, doodle it, write notes about your dream, but really visualize the end result daily.
Daily visualization.
Especially upon waking or just before sleep, like with the belief exercise. And really feel the excitement, the joy, the relief, as if it's already happened.
Feel it now.
Feel it now. The book also suggests creating both yearly and 5-year visions, just to give yourself a clear, compelling roadmap, even if the exact path isn't visible yet.
Yearly and 5-year visions. Got it. Now, attitude, that's another huge piece, isn't it?
Oh, massive. It's a game changer. It determines so much of our journey.
How we interpret setbacks, how we keep moving.
Absolutely. Pete Carroll credits his mother's mantra. She always told him, something good is just about to happen.
I love that. Simple but powerful.
Right. He says this consistent hope keeps him positive, even in those high-pressure NFL moments. And the book contrasts this optimistic outlook with GM Rao's observation. Education and resources aren't enough. A positive mindset is paramount.
That's such a stark contrast. It really makes you wonder how much our internal narrative dictates our external reality.
It really does.
So, what specific attitude shifts does the book recommend? How do we avoid becoming one of those educated but negative people?
Well, connecting this to the bigger picture, the book is very clear. Blaming, complaining, making excuses.
The usual suspects.
Exactly. Pete Carroll calls them thought patterns that do not support your heroic journey. They actively disempower us.
They take our power away.
Completely. So, for your next practical takeaway, the book strongly encourages you to embrace a positive and grateful attitude.
Positive and grateful. How?
Peter Foyo, another hero in the book, attributes his success directly to a mindset rooted in happiness and gratitude. He decided to focus there.
Okay.
The book gives simple techniques. Practice daily gratitude. Peter Burwash, the tennis coach, still handwrites thank you notes every single day. Peter Foyo even uses a password that reminds him of how grateful and happy he is. Just a constant reminder.
Little triggers throughout the day.
Exactly. And when you're feeling down, the book suggests doing something you love. Lane Beachley goes surfing. It actively shifts your mood. It's about consciously choosing your emotional state, not just being reactive.
Consciously choosing. Okay. Speaking of obstacles and negative feelings, let's tackle the big one. Fear. The constant companion on the journey.
It's such a natural part of being human, and it can feel absolutely paralyzing. How does Hero advise us to face it without letting it stop us dead in our tracks?
Well, what's fascinating here, again, is a distinction the book makes. It distinguishes between physiological fear.
Like actual danger,
and psychological fear.
The stuff we create in our heads.
Exactly. The fear that's often created and magnified by our own minds. And the book argues that most of what we face on the hero's journey, the fear that holds us back from pursuing dreams, that's psychological fear. Laird Hamilton, the surfer, he readily admits he's scared of those monster waves.
But he knows your imagination is always greater than the reality. The fear in his head is often worse than the actual wave.
Imagination is greater than reality.
So he doesn't wait for the fear to just disappear. He acts despite it.
That's such a crucial insight. The fear we imagine is often worse. For someone who feels genuinely paralyzed by fear, how do you even begin to act despite fear? It sounds a bit like just do it, which can be really hard.
It can sound like that, yeah. But the book argues that courage isn't something you find before you act. Courage actually arises from performing fearful acts.
You build courage by doing scary things.
Precisely. It's like a muscle you build. Eleanor Roosevelt's famous advice, do one thing every day that scares you. That's a core principle here. It doesn't have to be grand gestures initially. Just small, consistent acts of bravery that push your comfort zone, even just a tiny bit.
Okay, that makes it feel more manageable.
Right. So your final practical takeaway in this section is to act, despite fear. Don't wait for it to magically disappear. It probably won't. Take small, courageous steps outside your comfort zone daily and prepare mentally. Visualizing the desired outcome, not the fearful process, helps reduce the power of fear.
Focus on the win, not the wobble.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Laird Hamilton did something else interesting. He used naysayers as fuel. When people said, you can't do that, he internalized it and transformed it into, oh yeah, watch me. I can. It's about shifting your response to fear and external doubt, from paralysis to, propulsion.
Turning negativity into fuel. Now, the journey itself, it's not always going to be a smooth, straight line, is it?
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah.
The book describes it beautifully as a labyrinth.
A labyrinth, full of twists and turns.
And what look like dead ends, that can be incredibly disheartening when you're in it.
Yeah, you feel lost or like you failed.
But the book offers a really powerful reframe for that. It emphasizes taking things one step at a time.
Just the next step.
Just the next step. And this profound idea that there are no walls. There's only the appearance of walls.
No real walls.
Yeah.
It just appears that way.
That's the idea. Every detour, every apparent dead end, the book suggests it actually leads you to a better version of your dream.
Better than you originally planned.
Often better than you could have possibly imagined at the start. It requires trust, though. Trust in the process and trust in your own inherent determination.
That makes a lot of sense, especially thinking about how our initial visions often evolve, right?
Exactly. They almost always do.
But when you hit those perceived walls, maybe you face rejection after rejection. How do you truly persevere? How do you keep going without just giving up?
This raises that crucial point about resilience. The book asserts, quite boldly, determination is part of your very nature. It's already in you.
It's innate.
It suggests it is. Look at Anastasia Soar again. Incredible tenacity. She even, practically camped out at a bank manager's office just to get a tiny $500 credit card to start her business.
She just wouldn't take no for an answer.
Wouldn't take no. Or John Paul DeJoria, the co-founder of John Paul Mitchell Systems hair product. He was fired 3 times from different jobs.
3 times. That would crush most people.
You'd think so. But critically, he learned valuable lessons from each firing. Each failure prepared him, ultimately, for his billion-dollar venture.
Wow. So failures were lessons.
Yes. Even the author, Rhonda Byrne herself, talks about getting fired from a secure TV job. Felt like a total disaster at the time.
I bet.
But it ultimately pushed her, forced her almost, to start her own successful television production company, which led to The Secret, which led to Hero.
So the setback was actually a setup.
Exactly. The core message hammered home is, never, never, never give up.
Churchill's words.
John Paul DeJoria, again, he had a crucial investor pull out at the very last minute, left him with massive commitments, huge orders, and absolutely no funds.
What did he do?
He somehow hustled and scraped and made it work. Lane Beachley, the surfer. She battled debilitating chronic fatigue syndrome for years, right before she started winning her world titles.
Chronic fatigue, while training to be a world champ.
Exactly. These are the ultimate tests, the points where most people would understandably quit.
These stories make it so clear that even the most successful people face profound adversity. It's not smooth sailing for anyone.
Not at all. It's part of the journey.
So what's the book's perspective on these supreme ordeal moments? Are they simply horrible hurdles to overcome, or is there a deeper meaning?
What's fascinating here is the perspective that Even these worst moments, Mastin Kipp calls them a divine storm in the book. They aren't happening to you. They're happening for your best interests.
Feels pretty bad at the time.
Feels awful. But the idea is they are, in a profound sense, uprooting what doesn't serve your greatest potential. Clearing the ground, maybe forcefully, to make space for something better, something more aligned with your true path.
So the storm clears the way.
That's the perspective. And the book explains that success isn't just about the external reward, the money, the title, whatever. Crucially, it's about who you become. Mastin Kipp says it profoundly. Self-esteem is earned. It's forged in these fires. It's through these trials that your true strength, your resilience, your heroism is revealed. To yourself, most importantly.
Self-esteem is earned. I like that. Okay, so we've overcome the ordeal.
Hopefully.
What happens next? Is the journey over?
Not quite. If we connect this to the bigger picture, the classic hero's journey model, the journey isn't truly complete with just personal victory. There's a final stage. It culminates in overcoming what Joseph Campbell called the refusal of the return.
Refusal of the return? What's that?
It's overcoming the urge to just keep the prize, the elixir of your success, all for yourself, to just enjoy your win in isolation.
So it's about sharing it.
It's about bringing it back, sharing your gifts, your wisdom, what you've learned.
So what does this all mean for us then? The ultimate reward of our own hero's journey. It isn't just the personal accomplishment, right?
Right, although those are wonderful and part of it.
But the real prize is the transformation into a true hero, driven by something larger than ourselves, like compassion.
Exactly. That's the culmination.
Yeah.
As Joseph Campbell famously said, when we quit thinking primarily about ourselves, we undergo a truly heroic transformation of consciousness. And this highlights a profound truth emphasized in the book. The ability to serve others is unlimited. Peter Burwash, the coach, says the highest position you'll ever attain in life is that of a servant.
That flips the usual idea of success on its head.
Completely. It's about finding ways to improve other people's lives with what you've learned, what you've achieved. Becoming a beacon, maybe, for those still struggling on their own journeys.
Are there examples of this in the book?
Oh, absolutely. Liz Murray, after her success, didn't just move on and forget where she came from. She actively created experiences for her friends who were still struggling.
Like what?
Helped them with everything from getting dental care, small things, big things. G.M. Rao, the Indian industrialist, he pledged his entire shareholding in his company to his foundation. Service on a massive scale. And the author herself talks about the immense joy she found in helping her own mother. Her mom, for the first time in her life, could buy clothes without asking the price, thanks to the success that came from The Secret. That giving back brought profound happiness.
That's beautiful, the personal connection. So, okay, final practical takeaway for us.
Yes, so for your final practical takeaway, find your way to give back.
Find your way. It doesn't have to be huge.
It doesn't have to be huge at all. Identify a cause or a group that truly resonates with you. Maybe it's related to a challenge you've overcome yourself or a community you were once part of. Find small, meaningful ways to contribute. It could be your time, your skills, your resources, just your listening ear. Remember what Blake Mycoskie of Tom M.S. Shoes says.
The buy one, give one guy.
Yeah. He says, if whatever you do helps just one person, you've done something wonderful.
Just one person makes it worthwhile.
Absolutely. And the key, the book suggests, is to empower others. Lift them up. Don't just give handouts, if possible, but help them find their own strength. That's when your heroic journey truly comes full circle, when you share your hard-won wisdom and success.
What an incredible journey we've taken just talking through the pages of Rhonda Byrne's Hero.
It really covers a lot of ground, doesn't it?
It really does. From confronting adversity and really embracing our calling to cultivating that unwavering belief and a clear vision.
Navigating all those challenges with courage.
Yeah, and ultimately returning to empower others with what we've learned and achieved. It's just such a powerful reminder, isn't it?
A reminder of what?
That you are born with immense power, that your deepest dream is often your true purpose, that the path unfolds one step at a time.
Yeah.
And that giving back truly completes that heroic transformation.
Yeah, absolutely. And if we connect this back to the bigger picture, the book really reminds us that true happiness, deep fulfillment, it isn't found in those external achievements alone.
Important as they might feel.
Right. It's found in the profound discovery of who you really are, the hero that's already within you. It's about consciously taking that journey, accepting the challenges that inevitably arise.
Not running from them.
Not running. And allowing your highest human qualities, courage, determination, compassion, to emerge through that process. As Peter Foyo says so simply in the book, you are a hero. Every single human being is a hero. You can be a hero in your own world.
I love that. You can be a hero in your own world. So, as you, our listener, go about your week, we challenge you to consider, what is one small step you can take today? Inspired by these incredible stories we've talked about, what's one step to listen more closely to your inner calling? Or maybe to strengthen your belief in what's possible for you?
Or perhaps find a new way, even a tiny way, to make a positive difference in someone else's life.
Your hero's journey is waiting. It's right there, waiting for you to fully step into it.
Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive on the Mindset in Stone podcast.
We truly hope this conversation has inspired you to recognize that hero within and maybe, just maybe, embark on your greatest adventure.
Until next time.
Keep dreaming big and living courageously.
We hope you're leaving with fresh insights and a spark of inspiration. Remember to subscribe, leave a review, and check back for more episodes as we dive into new worlds of thought, one book at a time. Until then, keep your mind set in stone and your curiosity open. This has been a Big L Riz Media podcast, where big ideas meet lasting impressions.